young friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalikaloo on the internet, and I also go by the name of Kali, and I'm very happy that you found your way to today's video, which will be another WIP&SIP&Chat. If you're new to diamond painting in general or new to my channel, I say welcome to you. And if you don't know what a WIP&SIP&Chat is, WIP means that I'll be working on my current project, which is this one here. So this one is one from our small shop called Jolly Jam Shop. And it's a painting by Emily Grobler, so please stay tuned if you want to know more about the artist. You will have the chance to meet her very soon. And it's called Into the Forest. So this is one of her paintings, and all of our paintings are of course legally licensed. You can get them in square and round drills, and you can get them in different shapes as well, like in different sizes. So this one is the one that I'm currently working on, just because I love like the colors of spring, and it did remind me a lot of the warmer times that will probably show up pretty soon now. So I started working on it. This is the very smallest one we have of it. It's a 60 by 70. So you can see that it has a lot of detail going on for the small size that it has. Though I must warn you that this one is really confetti heavy. So if you don't like confetti, it may not be for you. If you love confetti, it is surely right for you. So I'm going to work around this part. This I'm going to leave open for the last section, because this is the little girl and I want to do her as the last part. So I want to work first on the forest, and then I'm going to work on her. So this is my WIP, my work in progress, and I'm going to work on this today while I'll be chatting. And you can probably hear the noise in the background as well. So this is my tea machine, because I'm getting my tea ready to drink along while I'm working on this. So please grab something to drink as well, and stay hydrated while we are talking. So I don't know how long this video will be, probably not as long, because I'm filming this on Sunday and it should go up on Sunday. We are still in the morning, but one doesn't now know with YouTube, not that they will have problems with uploading it, so it might not be as long as the usual ones are. So I did already section off like the biggest section. I'm just going to cut a small section for today. And then I'm going to work on that. Since I like to work from bottom to top, I have to place it a little bit lower. So, and in the end, I might turn it on around, but it's not yet, I'm not yet that far. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to place something heavier here so that it does not fall off too much. And then I'm trying to bring the camera a little bit closer so that you can see actually what we are working on today. I'm going to zoom in maybe a little bit more, and I can place it up a little bit more as well. And this is a section that we are going to work on, I think. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my tea and we can get started with today's WIP&SIP&Chat. So are you ready? I think I'm ready. I might still make a quick pause in between, just because my dog is outside and I think I will have to get him back in at one moment in time. So yeah, I also did cut like a regular size for what I usually diamond paint. You can see like it's this part here. It's a pretty big section, so I'm not going to finish this on camera. But that's usually like the size I go for in a day or two, like how it works best. And yeah, so this is the section we are going to work on today. I already have like to fill up this color. So I love this more neon green. Even though the drills might have sufficed, I think I would like to, sometimes I just prefer to have more drills in my boat than less drills. I prefer having more than less. Makes it easier like to pick up diamonds. So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this week, what we have been up to, and what was going on. So if you have seen my latest, the last WIP&SIP&Chat I did, I told you guys that I was like a few days off because there were like carnival holidays over here. So during these few days off, I did still work a lot for the shop, of course. I prepared the new releases. I did prepare also our videos. I had a chance to meet a new artist that you will see soon on the channel as well. So I was really happy about that we will get a second part of the WIP&SIP&Chat. That was really fun. Like I was so nervous again. Like I always get nervous when I have like I meet people for the first time, but the artist I met was so sweet, and seriously, I had a really good time. So I hope you can see this as well in the video once it goes up live. Then also, what is really important, what I wanted to say is that I did a lot of the shop work and it took me a lot of time. And I was like, I had a friend who told me like I'm not as much active on Facebook, and I had a friend who told me that Diamonds and Washi would do a review of our shop like this week, like today, this Sunday. I still have not seen it, it's not up yet. But I was so nervous. I was like, oh no, I really hope she likes it, because like I put a lot of effort in it and we always try to have like good quality. So I was really like, I really hope she likes it. I don't know what she ordered actually. I did not, like, when she placed the order, I really did not realize it was her. So up to this moment I have no idea what it is that she got. Like, I can't tell you because I don't know. So it will be a surprise for me. But then I say that I really love like our products, so I don't think that she has like, I can't really imagine what there would be like to say about it was negative. So I'm going just to have like see and watch and see, I don't know. But I was so happy also when I discovered that Aha, is it Aha? I'm sorry, I don't know how she does pronounce her name. Diamonds did a review of our shop, and I just like loved how she did the unboxing of our mystery kit. So I was really happy about that when I saw that, and I really hope she does enjoy working on that kit, because it's really beautiful. And so I think that she might really enjoy working on that. So yeah, this is what shop related and diamond painting related. I did work a lot on this one. Also like kind of helped my boyfriend to work a little bit on his diamond painting. So it's still the same, if you're wondering. Yeah, it's still the same, the one we got for him like a year ago. And he has actually not touched it for a few months. But like we told ourselves that when the weather gets better and when we can go diamond paint outside again, that he will probably start again and we will go out like and work outside on it, because like it's nicer to work in the garden under the sunscreen and all, like under the umbrella, the sun umbrella. But yeah, so I was happy like to pick that up again. I worked a little bit on a section as well of his kit to help him move on. We watched a movie at the same time, like more of like a documentary about food and the stars. And like, if you know Arte, I think I told you guys about Arte, like this is like a program that we have here that sends the same videos in French and as well in German. So if you're French speaking or German speaking, you can watch it easily in either of the languages. Or if you want to learn one of the languages and you speak the other one, this is also pretty nice because it helps you understand. But yeah, so we watched that and it was really fun. I also went to IKEA. So I went to IKEA and I wanted like to get a new something for upstairs, the bedroom, because I still have a lot of books that were actually not placed well on the shelves. They were a little bit stacked right and left, and I did not have enough place and space for them to put them so that everyone could admire them when they come over and they have a look at them. So I really wanted to get another shelf, like a bookshelf, but I usually have I already have a Billy there in clear wood color, but unfortunately it was out of stock. So I was like, yeah, but I still want to go to IKEA and get some space, because like I still had a lot of these carton boxes placed just in my room because I did not have like the shelves I needed. And I must say, it's not that I'm as lazy, but it's more like I sometimes, when I come from work, I often feel so mentally drained that I don't have the energy for anything in the week. And in the weekend, I don't really want to do stuff like going to IKEA, going here and there, do stuff for the house, do stuff for work. I just want to relax. So there's a lot of things that I don't get done. Like when I told you a little bit about my project in downstairs, I would say that it has moved on a little bit, but I still have like all of the material. I did not work on it, and yeah, so it's pretty annoying. But that comes with the job, and that's something I did not realize for a long time. Sorry, still a little bit sick. And so I finally got to IKEA. I went with my mom because my boyfriend was working. And we did get a few shelves with a lot of storage, and I got rid of all of the carton boxes, and I was so happy afterwards because it does look pretty neat now. Like it does finally look finished, and I don't have like these moving carton boxes all around upstairs. So I was really happy about that. And yeah, so this was a little project that I had in mind. And what is nice is that I got like these shelves where you have like storage place, and it's not so high that you can still put something on top of it as decoration. So I still have a lot of space left now on top, and I thought that I would place my figurines from Pop Mart on them, because I also bought like some transparent boxes, like showcase boxes where I can place them in and where they don't like get all the dust, so that I don't have to dust them off as much. And as well, this is nice because the figurines are not as easy to clear since they are like not straight, they have some edges and all, so there's spaces where you can't clear them as well. So really happy about that idea that I had. I'm still waiting like for the transparent boxes, but they should arrive like next week. So then I can put like all of my Pop Mart figurines there, and I will be happy. That was another of the projects that I had for this week. Then since I was off, I did not work, of course. Like I really did not work this week. Like I promised myself not to touch anything for school, so I did not touch anything for school. So I'm proud of myself about that, because usually like I still got things to do, and then I still go up and I work on stuff or I prepare stuff, and I was like, no, you really need that time for yourself. You still got 1 week, you do that. So that's what I did. Like I really enjoyed myself. I did go out a little bit. We have like this weeping willow in our garden, and oh, you can hear the dog, so I have to go catch him because he, unfortunately, due to his back, he cannot come inside by himself. So I'm going to fetch him and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, so let me get a sip at Guy's bag as well. Still a little bit hot, the black tea. So what I want to say is, Edgar, he has like back problems, and he was in the garden. So in the garden we have this weeping willow, and it is pretty big already. So it has been planted a long time ago. So the tree has been there for years, like with the first owners of the home. The house has over 100 years. So I would say like it is really old already. And it is already a little bit tall. So it's taller than, I would not say it's taller than the house, but it nearly is as high as the roof of the house. And it's really not confirmed with like what the law says nowadays. It's really close to the neighbors, that's what I want to say. But here the law is, since it has over I don't know how many years, when it is pretty old, you are not allowed to like cut it off and change it. Like you have to keep it placed. If it was a new tree, like, and you plant it too close to the neighbor, you have to take it away and you have to plant it other way. So since it's an old tree, that's not the case, and it's standing there. But if you have an idea about the weeping willow, so they can get pretty big. Like mine has 2 big heads, and often like in summer, like they actually start now having leaves. So the leaves are building, so spring is definitely coming here. I'm really excited about that. But this actually means that it gets pretty big, and since it has like these long branches, thin branches, and a lot of them with curly, which is really beautiful, leaves, that can get pretty heavy. And just remember, like, you have 2 heads with a lot of long hair, curly hair, and it's really heavy. Like if it's long, it touches the soil next to it, so really heavy. And this means that every 2 years we should cut it. The last time I did ask like a firm to do it when I moved in the house, because like they know how to cut it, and I was like wondering if I can do something wrong, and they told me no, actually it's difficult, you can't do anything wrong with it. The only thing is you should really cut it, otherwise like it gets too heavy and the tree gets too much damaged. So now it has been 2 years and I should definitely cut it. So we did start cutting it, but the tree is pretty high, so we have a special machine to cut it. It's a long stick with at the end some scissors, like a cutter if you want, a big cutter. And we did start like cutting the branches that we could reach with it. There's still that are some still higher up, and you definitely need a higher ladder to get on them. And so we stopped after filling like 2 big bags of branches, and we nearly finished the first head. So I would say we have done 1/3 last weekend, and it's something that is still on the program for either today to continue or maybe next week. But I think I'll work on it a little bit today, then I can place the trash out next week, and then I can fill another one the week afterwards, so that I can get rid of it step by step, and that it will never be like too much. But since the leaves are already like popping out, I really have to be quick about it. Oh, there's one drill that's not nice. This one we are going to take out. That's not loud. There are some red drills that are not perfect. This one, focus, is definitely one. So yeah, I'm going to work on that probably still today to finish that one off and get it off the list of to-do things. We also still are looking for the holidays, summer holidays, where we want to go, when we want to go, so nothing is really planned for that. We have a few ideas I'm up to, but I'm really excited, but I'm still like not sure 100% if we are really going to that place, because I have another idea in my mind as well. So you will have to see about that. We need another one, another color. Oh, I hope I did not like... Oh, it should still be closed. Okay. So, fill it. Hup. Yeah. So this is also something that we have to do still today, but we did think about it. So I went to a bookshop and I tried to find a book about the travel place we want to go to. And I did find 2 books because like you can't actually find one book about it. But then I thought like maybe I should just do like I did for my Japan traveling, and I just should have a look at the internet and then maybe trace the route myself where we want to go. It would definitely be like a road trip. It's really something I enjoyed so much when I was away in Japan, like just with my backpack for 3 weeks, and it was like really the best holiday I ever did. Going there on solo and just enjoying like the views, the people I met, and it was really, really, really the best trip I ever made. So I would love to recreate that this time with my boyfriend, and also just like traveling around, discovering places and being like free to go where you want to go. So that's the idea behind our trip, but we still have like to clear some parts, and yeah, so not everything is planned yet. Once everything is planned, you will get like the info, but so far I can't really say much more since there's still too many questions. But while I was there, like looking for a book for the trip, I actually found stuff to fuel, I would say, my newest and my latest addiction. Like I told you last time about the figurines, like Pop Mart. So of course that's still one of the addictions I have at the moment going on. I say it's an addiction. It's not actually an addiction. I don't have as many. I just like have 1 box, and you will see maybe a second box. But it's about something else. I'm going to show you though, because I was so happy when I found her. And maybe you know what it is. So let me show you. And afterwards we will talk a little bit more about books and series if you want to. Oh, I missed a G. Just placing the G, and then I'm going to show you what I got. Oh, I missed 2 Gs. Oh. Yeah, sometimes like if you have a lot of confetti and you have a lot of green tones, you might miss 1 or 2. So, this is the latest addiction. Ain't she cute? Yeah. I often like people ask me, how old are you? And then I say I'm 3.5. But no, I'm just saying she is like, it's Katarina, and she's a Squishmallow. Squishmallow are these plushies that you get. And it's a brand actually, and they have a lot of different ones. This one was sold by Claire's, and it's like really my favorite design of these Squishmallows, and I have a ton of them by now. Like I started a few months ago when I bought the first one. Ever since that, we sometimes go Squishmallow hunting, and when I saw Yekaterina, I really had to get her. You can see she's pretty small. She's like, you can put her on your keys, like for the keys or whatever. She's just my favorite. And the thing is that when I saw her, I also got like the big one. I'm going to try to zoom out for you guys so you can appreciate her beauty. But that's her. Like, look how cute her. Look her feet. Oh my. So it's also Yekaterina, but she's a little bit bigger. And she's like the really sweetest. Like she's a Squishmallow, and I really have a ton of these. I maybe should show them to you one day, but like I feel like the addiction is real. Like in the sense that I really have a lot of them by now. I'm sorry for the shaking of the camera. But it's just so fun. I think they are so beautiful, and it has nothing to do with being a child, but I think like they're just too cute, so I have them stored away. And I'm planning, actually now they are sitting on my sofa in the bedroom, all staring at us. So the sofa can be used. There's so many sitting there on multiple layers. I'm just going to play some drills at the same time. And yeah, so there are regularly some that will be added like to the collection. That's how it goes. It started actually with one, then there were like some friends for it because it known, of course. And now there are a little bit more of them. I'm going to place it a little bit higher or I'll hit it every time, which will be annoying for you as well. So yeah, that was the latest addition to the collection of Squishmallows. There are actually some more that on the way, because I got some more through Claire's, the web page. They had some exclusive ones, so I added them like to the collection as well, but they still have to arrive. It's a bunny and it's a panda. So yeah. And no, I'm not a kid, for those who wonder. But I love to have cute things in my home, and we are thinking about getting a net where we can actually place them over the bed, because I have these wooden, what do you call that? So wooden things to keep the roof together, and you can actually fix some things on there. So they are going straight over the bed, so I could actually fix a net there. And I told my boyfriend to make him laugh. I will just like use a net that you can, where you can like just grab some mechanism and then it will open, and at night I will just like have it and I will just like pull on it, and then the net will open and all of the squishmallow will fall on you and you will be waking up screaming. And I was like, what are you saying? And I was like, I'm kidding. But honestly, I don't know, it would be so fun to get a net that can open when you pull the string. And then I will just like yeah, I'm evil, like I'm not going to do that. Or am I? I don't know. It would be so fun. It would actually be fun. But yeah, I wanted to tell you a little bit more before I'm done about the books I read recently and a series talk as well. So I watched, what did I watch? Oh, I watched a lot of trash shows actually. I watched, what is it called? There was like on Netflix, it was not Love is Blind Poland, it was more like Temptation Island Poland, and I don't know what it is called, but there are couples that want to test their relationship. They still struggle with a lot, starting already, like, so they are not in a healthy relationship, and then they are tempted in some ways and they have to tell the truth, and you see every time like there are a lot of people who just do whatever, and I don't know if it's stage scripted or whatever, but oh, that's just my tea machine. So I watched that just for entertainment while I was diamond painting, when I was not listening to my audiobook. It was okay. It was like not the most meaningful of series I've watched, but it was nice to watch while you do something else. Then I started watching Love is Blind, the new series about that. I still have not finished the latest episodes because they will be adding them few by few. I watched some murder documentaries, just for the fun, of course. And I also did watch, what did I watch else? I don't know. Oh, I started to watch in German TV. They started again this first day. They did bring Germany's Next Top Model. I watched that as a kid, and they started a new series with the top model Heidi Klum. It's always her, so it's just like the new series has started this first day, so I watched that as well. Yeah, like I said, I watched that as a kid, so I'm still watching it sometimes, even though I know that she has been criticized over the years. A lot is not really staged, but took taken out of place, and the girls are not treated as well. I say girls even though this season there are boys as well for the first time in, I don't know, 19 years or something like that. She does always try to reinvent herself and the series, so I'm curious to see. Like, again, I watched a lot of trash TV, like not a lot of interesting, formative, educative material, but it was fun. Afterwards, like, I did read a lot. I finished the book I was reading, and I actually did not know. I thought it was a French book first, but apparently it's an English book, like it does exist in English, and it's called The Keepers of Lost Cities. It's a children's book. I'm going to show it to you because I think the cover is the same. So it's from Shannon Messenger, and this is the French version, but the cover should be the same in English. So this is it, and I really enjoyed this one. It's about this girl, Sophie, who discovers that she's not entirely human, even though she did live for 12 years with her human family. And then she's brought to the realm of elves, where she's going to go to school, and she has to live there because she has some very strange, intriguing powers. She's different than the other elves, and she has at first to hide it and find her place in this world. And then over the time, I'm not going to spoil everything, but I'm just going to say she discovers that she is way stronger than she should be, and that she has memories inside of her head that she should not have, and that she can't explain where they are coming from. And then things happen to her, and it's really interesting. So if you love Harry Potter, like the first tombs, you are going to love this one as well, because it did remind me a little bit of Harry Potter. And you also have like this insight in school, you have magic, you have action. So it was really fun. I also bought like the second tomb, and I'm going to see where that one will go. So far I have not yet started that because I started something else. I'm just going to do the book talk, and I think that I'm going to finish because like my boyfriend is waiting to come down. He's playing some TFT in the meantime. But I told you guys, I really don't like when I have to do videos and someone else is there. So he's as kind and he stays upstairs while I finish my video. So I'm going to try quickly like just saying to you like what I'm still reading, and then I'll finish the video. So I started, after finishing the book, I started the 4th book in the series of Blackwater. This as well as an English book by Michael McDowell, and he actually is the writer of some works of Tim Burton. He's dead by now, he's deceased, but this is really a nice series. Like if you love Zola, you know, he describes like family stories, and he describes like every detail of their life. It's called naturalism, which is the fact that to describe like life of a family, how they work, why everyone is the way that they is, interested by psychology, and what he's calling tar, which means like traits you get through genealogy. Yeah, you know, like when your tree grows. Genealogy, I think in English. Like you get few traits from your mother, from your grandmother, like, and it's the same here. So he's describing all these things, and I think it really interesting to see how the people turn out to be because of the circumstances, how they are born, where they are living. And there are so many people that come together, and you still have this kind of touch of magic through this person, the main character, who's a little bit different. So I told you again about it when I read like the first tomb of this series, but this is definitely one thing one series of books I really loved to discover last year. I was so happy when I finally started reading it. At the beginning I was a little bit, why is it hyped so much? But I quickly understood why. And I got actually into it because I always thought it was more realism and contemporary, and that's not really something I enjoy reading as much as fantasy. So I stayed away from it a little time. But then one day it was placed in the fantasy aisle of my bookshop, and I was like, what? Why is it there? I thought it was like naturalism or something more realistic, and then I read it, something I actually don't regret. So it was really a good choice to read it. And if you want to read something different, maybe you should have a look at it. I really would recommend that series of books. So it's called Blackwater by Michael McDowell, and he's unfortunately deceased, but I really enjoy it, the series. And I think he published it very quickly, like one chapter a month or something like that, for a journal or for a magazine, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think it is. Then what I'm also doing, I'm reading currently, I'm listening rather to on my audiobook. I'm listening to Spin the Dawn by, I think it's Elizabeth Lim. And that's also one fantasy book about this girl who has been working in her father's shop as a tailor. And as a woman, she actually does not have a future. She should marry, and then that's it. But then war breaks out. Her brothers are sent to war for the emperor, and 2 or 3 are dying in the war. And then her father, the last one, comes back, but he can no longer work and walk either. So she has to take care of the whole family until a messenger comes by from the emperor saying that he wants the father to be the imperial tailor. But he's too old and he has not worked for a long time. So just like Mulan, she decides to take the place and to go there disguised as a man. But then she quickly learns that actually the father has not, or the brother, she says she's actually the brother, has not yet been decided upon to be like the imperial tailor, but it's more like a challenge. So there are a lot of tailors and she has to distinguish herself from all of them to become the imperial tailor, something she wants to be. And from that on we learn that she has some magic scissors, and yeah, she meets like the sorcerer of the emperor, and later on she has to go on a quest, and it's really interesting. So I'm not going to spoil it, but it has been a nice read so far. I'm in part 2. I like the character design, like the character development they did so far, and I'm looking where it will go to. Like at the moment there was a little bit of romance going on, so I was happy about that. Not too much, but just a little bit, and to give the whole thing a little bit of a fuel and a little bit of a spark. And we will go and see where this will lead to in the end, because you can imagine that this relationship might not be like so easy to keep. Like, I don't know, I'm not going to spoil it. So if you want to read it, just read it if you have read it, because I know it has been a book that has been hyped for a little bit of a time, and Elizabeth Lim has brought out many books ever since. I already have like the next one of it, and I have more of the series on my Kindle, so I'm just going to have a listen to it once I'm done with the first one. But let me know if you have read it, Spin the Dawn, what you thought about it, because when I went and I had a look at the reviews, like there were people who saying they loved it, and there were many people who said, oh, it was not as great. So I'm curious to know, because so far I really enjoy it. I'm not as difficult as a reader either, so just let me know. I would be interested. Or are there things that you are currently listening to or reading? I would love to know more about that. And I've nearly missed 2 again, but I saw them this time, so I'm just going to place them here. And with that, I think we are finished for today's video. So I'm going to stop the video here. I hope I could help you spend your time a little bit while you were working on your own project. And I will hope that I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, I wish you a lovely weekend, a nice week, and I hope you stay hydrated and I hope you stay healthy. Until then, bye!